Perfect. Thank you, Nakieta. Today we are talking about what we're doing, why we're doing it, the operations method to our madness, and just trying to make some sense of the direction that we're going. I know that weight loss is an emotional process, but it's also a mental and analytical process. And if we understand the steps along the way toward the end of the journey, we might have better success. So I wanted to share that with you today, and I appreciate you allowing me an opportunity to record a piece of our call. Okay.
Sure.
All right, so we've gone through all of this, right? Housekeeping in terms of your eating habits questionnaire. We've done that already. We've walked through the terms and conditions. You know how to use the fitness app. We know that Fridays we're going to do our progress check-ins, and we'll talk a little bit today about the rules, right? Like, what is it that we're actually doing? Okay. In terms of our curriculum, like our time together and the things that we'll discuss, we're starting out right now with just beginner's understanding of what fat loss is and what facets of my lifestyle do I need to turn into a reality? What do I need to turn into a habit in order to reach my goal? So that's kind of what we're covering today. We'll get to all this other stuff, proven strategies to make this easier, how to avoid fat loss plateaus, and how to transition out of your diet when you do hit your goal. We'll get to all that stuff over our time together. But today, we're going back to the beginning, okay?
Okay.
One of the things that I like to encourage people to come back to often is why. Because something's going to happen that's going to make you question why you're here in the first place.
Mhm.
Whether life is changing, job stress is changing, kids are acting up, partner, boyfriend is acting, fill in the blank, right? Something is going to happen to make you be like, I don't have time. I don't feel like it. Something's going to come up, right? So we need to reground in our why. And I'd love to hear from you. What are some facets of your why? Why
I
are you?
think for me, I think it's because I'm entering this new phase of my life, just wanting to be healthier. I think for most women, me included, there is some portion of that that's vanity, but there's a bigger portion of knowing this next phase of my life, I want to be in the best health that I could be.
Yeah.
Um, and that's basically the driver, to have friends of mine that are in this life and that aren't in the best health, that are on medications, that are dealing with health challenges. Had they taken better care of their bodies when they were younger, they wouldn't be facing. So now I'm in the position where I don't have a lot of health challenges, but I want to make sure that my body is prepared for the long haul of the things that I want to do in, the later years of my life.
Love it. Love it. And for clarity on this milestone, your 50th birthday is coming up, right?
It is, yes.
Okay. Okay. So we're reaching a point where it's like, yes, vanity, yes, two-piece, yes, feeling sexy, but also second half, right?
Yeah,
We're
yes,
entering the second half, and there are some things that matter a lot more to me now than they did when I was 25, right?
yes. Yeah.
I need
I
to
want to have
really be.
mobility in those joints that are now creaking and sore and aching. So
All right.
they're
That's a
different
deep why.
goals. Yeah.
Hmm. That's a deep why. And that why will keep you grounded when you don't feel like exercising, when
Mhm.
you don't feel like caring about your food, right? Because exercising and caring about your nutrition are things that we don't do in this country, right?
Yeah.
It's not standard. It's abnormal to go to the gym, right? And it's
Yeah.
especially abnormal to go to the gym consistently, right? So anytime you start to question why you're here or why this matters, or if you have the energy, come back to that. I'm in the
Mhm.
second half of my life. It is very important for me to feel good in this second half, okay?
Yeah.
Right. We understand now because we worked together before, so we're back, right?
Yep.
There are some things that we understand from our previous time together about like what weight loss is, okay? It's not cut carbs, it's not cut fat, it's not fast, it's not Wegovy, it's not all of these other things, right? It is calories in, calories out, adequate protein, resistance training to focus on fat loss and not muscle loss. It's healthy aging, it's avoiding fragility, it's independence, and it's the long-term quality of life. That's what we're focusing on. Okay.
Absolutely.
Universal principles to achieve that. We're playing 3 games in our time together. One is the anti-hunger game, right? Because you're going to be in a calorie deficit. So we
Yeah.
need to figure out how to keep you in a calorie deficit without hunger becoming so annoying that it prevents you from staying in your deficit. Okay. Before we press record, we talked about your cycle coming and just going through those cravings when you are on your cycle, and how for about a week out of the month, you're just not going to be losing weight because your cycle's here and you're going to give into the cravings. Okay. The other 3 weeks of the month, you're going to be in a calorie deficit. So what do we need to do to keep you from feeling too much of that hunger? The second
Right.
game we're playing is the adherence game. What do we need to do to keep you in the game, right? To keep you adhering to the plan, to keep you excited about it, to keep you invested in it. And then the final thing is the enjoyment game, okay? Regardless of what we uniquely strategize for your journey, because everyone's journey is going to be different, but regardless of what we uniquely strategize for your journey, it has to be something you like to a certain extent, right?
Yeah.
If you show up to work every day and you absolutely loathe your job, I guarantee you're not giving it your best, okay?
Yeah.
We have to find some level of enjoyment for this thing that we're trying to do. So here's what I created: the beginner's diet, right? Fundamental principles for success for a beginner. And I'm going to treat us like a beginner because it's our first weekish, maybe 2 weeks kind of back into the game, okay? We start with the baseline of the pyramid being the things that are most important for us to achieve, okay? Baseline. We eat protein, veggies, fruit, whole starch, nuts, and seeds. Protein, veggies, fruit, whole starch, nuts, and seeds. Let's talk about what that eliminates. That eliminates liquid calories, okay? Our tea is black, our coffee is black, and we drink water or sparkling water or 0-calorie beverages, okay? Eliminating liquid calories, eliminating or limiting things like milk or cheese, sour cream, Greek yogurt's okay, but things that kind of go on top of things or indulgent kind of dressings, fill in the blank, we eliminate that stuff. We eliminate fried food, we eliminate fast food. Outside of our treat meals, we'll talk about that a little bit later. We monitor our portions, which is why I have you log in your food, and we get enough sleep. And that's the base of the pyramid. That's from where we build everything else, okay? We have a step goal of 6,000 steps, which you have and you've been being consistent with over the past couple of weeks. We make sure that you're consuming enough protein and your resistance training, because we don't want to start a resistance training program where we're breaking your muscle tissue and not giving your muscle tissue the bricks to repair itself, okay?
Mhm.
We'll be working out in the gym and wondering why for 2 weeks I'm sore and tired and hurts to touch myself, fill in the blank, right? So we need to ensure that we're consuming enough protein. Then
Okay.
we have macronutrients and meal frequency. So macronutrients, protein, carb, and fat. We care about the other 2 macronutrients and how often I'm eating throughout the day, right? The composition of those meals. And then micronutrients, fiber, and calories. You might wonder why calories last for a beginner, okay? Calories last for a beginner because we can assume that you're eating protein, veggies, fruit, whole starch, nuts, and seeds. You've cut out liquid calories, you've cut out fried food, and you've cut out fast food, that you're in a calorie deficit, right?
Mhm.
So counting calories is actually the last thing that we care about as we structure your nutritional environment to reflect our priorities, okay?
Okay.
Grounded in that are our intrinsic rewards. Those are the rewards that matter to you. For example, intrinsically, I exercise, and now my knees don't crack anymore, right? Yes. I put forth the hard work and that feels really good. Or I kept my word to myself, right? I said I was going to work out 4 days this week. I got all 4 of my days. That's internal, right? But then we have extrinsic rewards, which are like, every week I complete my workouts, I put $10 into this jar and that goes to my travel fund, my bathing suit fund, or fill in the blank, okay? Treat meal can also be an extrinsic reward. We take this beginner's diet, right? This pyramid based on your rewards, and we encircle it with coaching, which is why I'm here, okay? My job is to give you direction. My job is to tell you what to do, okay? I'm driving the boat. You drive the boat. I'm just the master. Give you direction, okay? Then, as we have conversations, it's my job to find the pieces where we can integrate these things into your life. How do I take Nakieta's schedule, the responsibility, raising a teenager, family responsibility, work, fill in the blank? How do I take this and help her integrate this into her life, okay? Then you give me feedback. Coach, that was great. That little one hack that you gave me about the timing of my protein to make sure I hit my goal, it was perfect. Or, this ain't working. We need to find something else, okay?
Mhm.
Advocating for yourself and speaking up when we have these conversations so you can give me feedback, okay?
Okay.
Then we assess. This is where your Friday progress check-ins come in, okay? Your Friday progress check-in should every couple of weeks reflect that progress is taking place, whether on the scale, in the mirror, or with your waist circumference measurement. Okay. Every couple of weeks, we need to know that progress is happening. So when you have your Friday progress check, of course, week to week that matters, but bi-weekly it matters even more to see progress. Okay. And if we go 2 weeks without progress, we can assume that something needs to change. But the first thing that probably needs to change is your accountability.
Mm.
If ever we have a moment when we're off from the goal, I'm going to first point the finger at you, because we have this conversation. We meet 15, 20 minutes once or twice a week, fill in the blank. You got all them other hours throughout the week that you are with yourself, right?
Mm.
You got the map, you got the tools. Where are you driving your vehicle? This is where accountability comes into play. And that's what a lot of people are lacking when it comes to reaching their goals. Okay. So you know what to do, but now you have direction and you have support and you have somebody who's looking into how to piece this in, life coaching you on how to piece this in, assessing whether or not it's working, and holding you accountable. None of this matters though if it's not easy.
Yeah.
If this is, this is human nature, right? We're looking for the path of least resistance. I can give you the best plan. I can give you the most straightforward workouts. If it's too hard, it's not going to get done. It has to
Yeah.
be the perfect level of a little bit challenging, but mostly okay. Right. And that's what I'm listening for as you tell me right before we even started recording. I say, how are you feeling? Right. I need you to tell me that, because I need to look for this being easy-ish over the course of our time together. Okay.
Okay.
That's where we're going. What do you think?
Sounds good. I think that accountability part is something that I know I struggle with, keeping myself accountable to the things that consistently being accountable to the things I say, I'm trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And finding those hacks when things do become difficult to still do it.
Yes. Yes. So let's work on that this week, right? Let's plan to connect. So let me get my calendar open. Let's plan to connect. I know we had to keep it a little bit short today, but if you have some time on Thursday or Friday, we can actually walk through your steps. Do we need to adjust anything? Your nutrition over the past week, look at your food log, do that type of stuff.
Okay.
So what are you looking like a little bit later this week? Are mornings typically better for you?
Mornings are good. Friday morning would probably be best.
Okay, let me get here. See what I have. Friday morning, I can do 11:15 Eastern, 10:15 your time again.
Okay, that's good.
Beautiful. All right, so we'll walk through everything when we connect on Friday. So keep your food log coming, keep your steps coming. And if you need any support, you know where to find me. And I definitely want to encourage you to advocate for yourself, because this has to work for you, not for me, not for your neighbor. It has to work for you. Okay. So if
Yeah.
at any point you're like, I need to know so we
Okay.
can make some adjustments. Okay.
All right.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, you make it a great week. I'll see you Friday.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.